So have you gone about? Obviously, there is a need, and there's clear differentiated service vis-a-vis any Chinese competitors because you're local. It's got characteristics like cash up front, things like that, which are always nice. But how did you test it? How did you test the offering?
So we tested it with students here.
Right.
So because the founders
Yeah.
were international
Yeah.
students, they had a network,
Right.
and so there was a process by which the company tried to, as deeply as possible, understand
Right.
the difficulties and the needs. And from a university perspective, there's actually been a fair bit of work. I think it's common understanding that the international student experience here in Australia
Can do with some improvements.
exactly is not great. It's not. It needs some work. So
Yes.
it is clear it is becoming clearer what the gaps are
Yeah.
and where they are. So it's
Yeah.
really trying to address those problems.
And what about the competitive positioning? I'm on the board of Study New South Wales, so it's the sort of stuff I hear about all the time from different providers. So some, as you say, are just in accommodation. Some are doing a more full but asset light service like you're talking about. Some are just into 24-hour security services, etc., etc. Is it a market where you consciously decide to do that full service, light but full service, versus doing a light or asset heavy thing? In other words, why did you end up there as opposed to in one of the areas where your competitors are?
We, just as a philosopher, we like asset-light businesses.
Right.
We looked at the WeWork and the co-working space model,
Right,
and we thought that is an excellent model.
Right.
We also looked at the market dynamics, the property market dynamics here in Australia, where there isn't a shortage of property developers,
Yeah.
or apartments being built.
Yeah.
And so why go into that with all the capital intensity of it, particularly at this point in the housing market, and build more student accommodation, and also the lead time. So from start to finish with development approvals, construction, you're talking, a number of years before you get a project off the ground. If we wanted to offer something to market right away, and we had a 3-month sort of lead time for this first student intake that's at the end of February now, so literally weeks away, we could get reliable supply, brand new, fully furnished from reputable developers, just through a partnership.
Yeah. Cool.
So that was
Okay. Cool.